Now, I know the rest of the speakers are a little jealous that I'm the one that gets to talk about my failures. So my name's Christine Tate. I'm a local gal who was fortunate enough to live and work all over the United States and the world. I'm third generation RPI, which I'm very proud of, and I'm trying to talk fourth generation currently into starting in about a year. Never thought I'd live back in the Capital District, but sometimes life finds a way of bringing you home. So when I moved back here, I didn't want to get into big corporate life again. My kids were growing up, and I didn't want to be away for most of it. So I decided to get into the much more stable world of startups. So today I'm an angel investor with a ton of irons in the fire and a real burning passion for growing companies in upstate. So I spent a few years in the New York City startup scene before wondering, why isn't this going on in the Capital District, or is it? I didn't even know. And that started me on a path towards starting a business accelerator in Troy called Grand Slam Alley. My partner, John, had just sold his third business and was looking for his next big thing. So when we met, we discussed our vision for this new venture. We discussed our goals, how we'd get there, but we also discussed another couple key things, what we were willing to give up in terms of time and capital. So in that first meeting, we discussed our worst case, and we were okay with it. So we shook hands and we went for it. In the first couple months, I probably met half the people in this room. Our first event was called Startup Weekend, and it was hugely successful. And it had about 40 people, a lot of the people in this room, that helped make it successful and pull it off. And we had 200 attendees for this 3-day event from as far away as Memphis. We had New York City VCs there, and it was just so exciting, such a great event. But what it did was proved out a couple key things to our business model, and that was that the Capital District has the footings for a great tech startup ecosystem. So after the event, we started on the path that we had laid out. We continued to hold really great events that were well attended and brought the ecosystem and the people closer together. We had hundreds of companies apply to be in our accelerator, and we accepted several of them in. But the long-term viability of Grand Slam Alley was starting to be in question. A couple of our key pieces that we were counting on didn't fall into place, and then some other outside events happened that could not have been foreseen. And other opportunities were starting to turn our eyes. And we were 8 months in and starting to wonder if what we should do next. So we assessed the situation, and even though we had handshook a year, we decided to stick the fork in it and close the doors. So here I'm standing here talking about my failures, and I should be kind of ashamed of it, but I'm not. This opportunity brought so many great things to me personally, and as well as many of the other people that attended and helped make it an early success. So for me, I didn't know a single person in the business world in the Capital District. And in a few short months, I met literally hundreds of people that I never would have met otherwise. And dozens of opportunities came out of these meetings for me personally after Grand Slam Alley. The other people involved, just other things have happened. Relationships have started. I introduced a really cute couple. They're still going strong. We've got VCs. Every time I go to New York, they're saying, what's going on up there? Because they know, not just because of what I did, they know something's happening and they want to be a part of it and hear about it. There's other people that were involved that got the courage to start their own companies and now are doing really, really well and have taken the lessons that we learned at Grand Slam Alley and are implementing those to grow the ecosystem. And the guy that came from far away as Memphis, we're now co-founders in a startup together. That's, we're having our own challenges as well, but it's really exciting. So I'm just very happy to be a small piece of the great ecosystem here in Troy. Thank you.